Welcome to Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast where entrepreneurs, men and women, learn the essentials and soft skills of the strenuous life. And now, here is your guest host, Jimmy. JR is kind of underway, taking care of some own things of his own. So he's asked me to sit in and talk about this. I don't know why he just popped it in my head. Okay. Virtue is like a piece of cake. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this the best way I can. Virtue. Give me a moment to do some research. Alright. I think I'm making this harder than I thought, but I might as well talk about it anyway. By virtue, I'm thinking chastity. It's like that, you know, it's like a cake, but it's in the process of being baked. Okay, here's the beauty of it, okay? First of all, you have to put the ingredients in for the cake and mix it properly. Now, that is the process of when you're growing up and virtues are being taught at home. And hopefully chastity is one of those things. I know when I was going to school, and I was in the 9th grade, and I had to take the obligatory sexual education. The one thing that they talked about was, abstinence. Which, to me, is another word for chastity. Of course, for years I called it abstinence until I became a Latter-day Saint. And it became a law for me. Now, the beauty of it all. After that, it's the baking process. And what that is, you know, you're a child, right? Your mama just placed that cake in the oven. And she tells you, honey, son, Bubba, sweetie, baby, you know, baby girl, or whatever nickname you have for a father, you know, for a son or daughter, you know, a child. You have to wait until the cake is already baked and cooled. Okay, so it's in the baking process. That's where you are kind of like in adolescence, or in my case, early adulthood, you know, like early mid-20s. Where all those hormones in, so everything's starting to heat up. Because, you know, one thing I learned from sad experience is if you know, the baking process, if you strike it while it's hot, you're going to get burned. Okay? Now, it comes out of the oven. You still have to wait, okay? That's the dating process in order to find somebody to get married. Alright? And mama says again, son, Bubba, you know, whatever nickname for son or daughter, you still have to wait for it to cool down. Because once again, in dating relationships, if you're striking it while it's hot, you're going to get burned. Okay? No one, until I became a member of my church, no one taught me what the virtue of chastity really was. I had to read and listen to people in church and find out for myself what it meant. And I remember having read that and realized some of the things that I had stupidly and erroneously done before my marriage, which sadly ended in divorce. I felt incredibly guilty. And this mission leader told me, he said, Jimmy, it's all covered in the blood of baptism. And my buddy Keith said, It's all covered in the blood through baptism. So you don't have to feel guilty about what happened. You just know not to do that again. Okay, so finally the cake is cooled off. You waited. And you get a chance to sit there and eat the cake, okay? That's the wedding. That's the marriage. You enjoying the cake. That's the wedding night. That's the marriage relationship. As long as everything has been put together properly. The ingredients are mixed well. It's nice and sweet. It's been cooked thoroughly and it's cooled down and all that good stuff. So, in many ways, yeah, it's like baking. It's like baking a cake. It's like baking a cake, and I realize that's craziness. I realize to many of you that's got to be craziness, and I'll be honest with you. It sounded crazy to me, but it makes sense because you see, part of the strenuous life is. Are you willing to be patient? Are you willing to, some things, like there's a business opportunity that I'm interested in right now. I want to jump on that sucker while it's hot. But I also realize, hey, I got to raise the funds for that. So, in a way, that's also like, the virtue of patience, Now, with that, I hope you enjoy listening to Strenuous Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of the Strenuous Life Radio family. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. I want you to go out there and build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. And more importantly, in everything you do, think strong, live strong, and live the strenuous life. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having a blessed weekend, blessed day, blessed week, blessed year. God bless each and every one of you. Just know that I care about you, and I stand strong with you. JR should be back soon. Take care, and God bless each and every single one of you.